Go ahead.
Today's Friday, the 27th?
Probably.
We should time ourselves. And then when it's done, we're done.
Let's go.
All right, so welcome back. You're going to talk about the roof a little bit. We still obviously are under construction, pardon our dust. So we do have 2 city council meetings next week. On Monday, it's just the consent agenda. On that, there are a couple of good items. If you haven't visited the Lincoln Street Trestle Bridge, it's pretty interesting. Trestle bridges are historically used to hold up trains and things. And yeah, we've got that on there to do an assessment to make sure it's safe. The council directed us to do that as part of the budget. And then we've got our annual conflict of interest code, which is on the agenda as well. And then on Tuesday, it's a good agenda. We've got a little field trip to look at a proposed encroachment permit up on, is it Torres?
Yeah, it's right in front of the Hansel and Gretel.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, a lot of letters. Thank you for the neighbors who also own Comstocks sharing your thoughts. We have our annual Car Week after action, kind of a post-mortem.
Yeah, that's going to be good.
Yeah, so we need to get the business community here sharing their thoughts about Car Week. We got a lot of survey results. So that should be a good item, looking for council direction on future administration of Car Week. And then we've got AB 413, which is the daylighting legislation. Alex Lee from Milpitas, the assembly member. So Chief Tomasi and you and our Public Works Director, Mr. Harari, have been working on a plan to address that by the end of the calendar year. We have...
And daylighting is that means like at the corners of intersections, like pulling back parking spaces so that you can see sightlines, just in case people don't know what that means.
Right. Well, thank you. Yeah. It's a good report. It's well thought out by the recommendations are very well thought out. So thank you for that. We have a contract award for the San Antonio Avenue pedestrian pathway. That's the pathway between 4th and the Pebble Gate. That is failing, and so it's an expensive fix, but that's on the agenda.
Much more involved than probably most people would think. Like, we have to send helical piers into the ground, which are like basically corkscrews that go down and then support something on top of it.
Yeah, hold back the wall and support it. Yeah, so that'll be good to get that fixed. It is in a pedestrian way, and it's important to have it fixed. And then we've got Wave Astound broadband. This is broadband fiber optic cable that would be hung on the communications lines in part of the city. And that's been kicking around here for a couple of years. They've been wanting to hang that fiber cable. So we'll hear from them. And then again, that encroachment permit. So yeah, it should be a good agenda. And we'll clean up chambers prior to that meeting. So what do you got, buddy?
Well, you already mentioned, so the City Hall roof replacement is almost done, thank goodness. On the outside, I think we're going to be seeing work on the inside longer than the outside, actually, just due to the damage that was done from the leaking. But as you said, please pardon our dust, bear with us, we're still here. But the noise at least should stop here in the next week or so. So excited about that. We had our second, wasn't ours, but the second candidate forum was this week. This one was hosted by the Chamber of Commerce at Church of the Wayfarer. It was recorded also, like the Carmel Residents Association one, so we will link that in today's Friday letter, along with the link from the CRA one, so you have all that there. It's a great resource for voters to learn about the candidates. If you couldn't make it, it's worth investing the couple hours to watch it, I think.
So let me ask you a question.
Sure.
What's older, Church of the Wayfarer or the City of Carmel-by-the-Sea?
Oh, that's a good question.
In our incorporation.
As in like incorporated?
Yes, sir.
I would guess that the church is older.
It is.
Yeah, okay.
1904.
Thanks.
Yeah, you bet.
Yeah, good. That's a good trivia question. Chamber Forum. Yep. So the video is going to be posted. This weekend, I think I mentioned it last week, is Community Day on September 28th at Devendorf Park. It's a really cool event. All the local community organizations come out. They have tables and booths, and you can learn about them, meet your neighbors.
Sign up to be a volunteer?
Absolutely, with any organization. So that's from 10 to 2 in Devendorf Park.
Yeah, and thank you to Ashley and Leslie for setting that up. It's a great day, a great event. It really is community oriented.
Yeah, it's wonderful.
Apropos name.
Yes, sir. And then last for me, I've been trying to keep everyone updated on the 2 remaining beach stairs that are closed. The last update was that we did have a structural engineer come and walk them with us, get in there and check them out. And they are indeed dangerous to walk on right now. The big long pieces that go down the side called stringers that support the weight of the stair treads, those are cracked. So they do need to be replaced. Over the last week, I've been working to get quotes to do repairs, not the full rebuild and replacement, just repair them to a point where they're structurally safe. So we're working with the engineer that came and did the assessment, and I'm working to try to get quotes so then we can have a conversation, depending on how much it is, where we get the money and how we do that. So we'll continue to keep everyone posted, but rest assured, we are working as quickly as we can on that. It's just they are damaged beyond what we can do in-house to repair.
Yeah, and the report was done by a structural engineer, so someone who specializes in this. You know, we've got a lot of smart people in the community. We shared that report with all the council candidates and our bosses, the city council as well. And so if anybody wants to see that report, you're welcome to do that. But thank you for trying to get some bids, Brandon, and then eventually we'll return to the city council probably for an appropriation.
Yeah, and it's been a team effort. I want to thank Javier up in Public Works, who's been a great partner in this, helping me navigate and move things along as quickly as we can.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, the one thing I missed is we will also be hearing from the Carmel Youth Center as a presentation. I highlighted it and I forgot it on Tuesday, kind of where they've been and their vision for their future on Tuesday as well. So that should be a good report. Looking forward to that.
So that's all I got.
And their PowerPoint's in the packet.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. That's all I got, but we wanted to talk a little bit about election year rhetoric. What did you want to talk about there?
So the mayor and I have a quarterly meeting with the other managers and mayors from the Monterey Peninsula, District 5, so Monterey and Pacific Grove, with Supervisor Adams. And yesterday was our meeting, and we talk about, there's no agenda. We talk about different things, car week, transit occupancy tax, all kinds of various and sundry topics. So yesterday we started talking a little bit about staff appreciation, and it really resonated with me. I know we've talked about this kind of privately, Brandon. In any election year, there is, not just here, rhetoric about productivity and staffing levels and compensation and pension liability. And I just wanted to, again, thank our staff for all the hard work that they do. I think you said it earlier in the week, our staff spends likely much more time here protecting the villagers and working for the village than they do probably with their own families.
A lot of them, yeah.
And it's often our crews who are running out in a hazardous situation, whether it be a storm or a fire, or a police emergency, when other people are running the other way as necessarily so.
Yeah.
And again, that's not just Public Works and Police and Fire, that's the entire city team. So on behalf of myself, and I certainly know I speak for the council and you
Absolutely.
and the executive team, I want to thank you for, in a very profound way, for all that you do for the village and for me and for you and the council and everyone else. So thank you. Your efforts are greatly, greatly appreciated and recognized.
Absolutely. Couldn't have said it better myself. Well, I hope you have a nice weekend.
I hope you have a nice weekend.
Thank you. And take good care.